Listen, I said today, just win the game and we'll unpick all the tactics and the after. So that's what I'm gonna do. We won the game, so man can move on. You know what I'm saying? But sack the attack today. That game should have been about 8-1. Like, I don't know what's going on. I was chatting to Jules at half time. I said that should be about 3-4-1 up. He goes, no, you crazy. We've been defending well. I'm like, what? In defending well? Is that what you call defending? That game should have been about 8-1. Like, I don't know what's going on with these man. Like, Trossard was doing my head in before he scored. Oh my days, he was driving me bananas, blood. And then you got Havertz had a crap game today. He couldn't hold up the ball. If Havertz was half of what he normally is, this game would have been about 5-1. If we had a normal attack, this game would have been about 8-1. I don't know. This Tottenham team is the worst Tottenham team I've seen. I don't remember a team this bad playing against Tottenham. I do not remember playing a team this bad, but they are terrible. And not only are they terrible, Ange thinks he's playing FIFA. Man took off a defensive midfielder, two defensive midfielders, and put on to attack. You must think this is FIFA. Man's looking at the team, and then Arteta counters that with even worse substitution by putting Tierney left wing. I was like, bro, you've just changed. You've just given up our whole holding the ball, our whole attack, everything. Even Sterling, when he was playing against Jed Spence, he wasn't getting the better of him, but he was like starting to understand what movements that was giving Jed Spence problems. Jed Spence couldn't attack because Sterling kind of knew what to do. Then he takes Sterling off and puts Martinelli on. Martinelli, he just messed up everything, and now Jed Spence is attacking all of a sudden. Bruv, this game was rubbish. And not only was it rubbish, this game should have been about 7-1, and it was that bad. Like, obviously, Lewis Skelly, top draw, Declan Rice, brilliant play. Like, Partey, like, they could not control Partey at all, even though we know he's got problems defending, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of space in the middle. But, bruv, like, Gabriel had to do too much defending. You know what I'm saying? Gabriel and Saliba obviously top draw, but they did too much defending. Like, wow, if it wasn't for Havertz was shooting when he should be passing. He was passing when he should be shooting. He weren't holding up the ball, bruv. It felt like he was getting bullied by Archie Gray. How are you going to get bullied by a little man like my man? Havertz is meant to be in the team for Jules, no? And in the headers and all that. And he's getting bullied by Archie Gray. I'm like, what's going on there, fam? Getting bullied by Archie Gray, bruv. This should have been a game for the history books where we beat them 7-8-1. You know them games that you connect, like what, when Man United beat us 8-2. Should have been one of them games. Battered this team, and this team are crap, fam. Tottenham are rubbish, bruv. I didn't know they were that bad. Terrible. And we weren't even good. We weren't even good, and we're different level to them, and we were not good. Like, bruv, we're just getting to player ratings, man. And the player rating. The main thing is that we closed the gap on Liverpool. By the way I'm talking, you think we lost the game, you get me? But I was so vexed during the game. So because I do my match reaction straight away, I'm thinking I want to keep the energy that I was in during the game. I was so pissed off because all the way from 60 minutes to about the end of the match, I'm thinking, bruv, you lot better hold on. Like, I bet you Tottenham score. I bet you any money Tottenham score. That's what I was thinking. I bet you Tottenham get a last-ditch 2-2 draw or something. Obviously, it didn't happen, so man's a bit more relieved than happy. You get it? I don't want to be relieved. We should have been 6-1 up, bruv. Anyway, Raya was good today, man, as usual. Yeah, Raya's always good anyway. I was having some combined 11s in the week with Deji and Jules, and they're telling me Kinski is better than Raya after 2 games. And I'm like, you man are just in your own world. I told these man, you man are so good online because your team's so crap in real life. That's why you managed to hone your skills online, fam, because you've always had to find a way to rebuttal everyone's arguments because your team is rubbish. So, but Raya was good today, man. He kept digging us out of when they kept getting the momentum, he kept coming out and catching it, and he kept digging us out of a few things. He was good today. The defense was good. Raya gets a standard 7. I could give him an 8, but he didn't really do anything to deserve an 8. So he gets a standard 7. Timber was quite poor today for me. Like, amount of times you got the ball and he could have gone forward if he had the right touch and he went back. And I was like, Timber, he had a bad game. That's not normally like him. Normally he does the right thing all the time. A couple of times he's dribbling with the ball. He's all over it. I'm like, Timber weren't Timber today. This must have been his twin or something. This weren't Yuri and Timber today, so he gets a 6 for me. He was good enough to stop their defense, their attack, but he just wasn't Timber that I know, wasn't it? So he gets a 6 today. Saliba was good, man. It was easy for him. These men are easy for him. Solanke and them type of strikers are easy for him. The only time you can get past man like Saliba and that is if you've got serious levels. Solanke's too easy for Saliba. You get me? Like he's standard 7 because he wasn't even tested. Saliba gets a 7, easy for man. Gabriel, same thing. Couple last ditch challenges that he had to make because you just have to make it. But Gabriel gets an 8 because he was like the monumental one, and he got the well, he didn't actually score the goal, but he was a Gabriel type of goal again. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. So he gets an 8 because of Gabriel was Gabriel today. Miles Lewis Skelly, bad boy. Man, this guy's a bad boy, fam. Like he gets an 8 as well. Bad boy. Like easy for man. Like these man are easy. Kulusevski, because Miles Lewis Skelly is so clever. Like clever players can't use their brain. You know what I'm trying to say? You know, like Kulusevski normally uses his brain and can use his body and stuff. Lewis Skelly knows what you're trying to do because he's such a clever player. So you can't really just get the better of him. You might have to be like one of them super strong or super quick players to get past Lewis Skelly because he's too clever for that. Bad boy. He gets an 8. It was in the middle today. Party was all right today. Standard Party. He was struggling when they were running through the middle though, but I didn't feel like he was that bothered. Like he tackled Bissouma for the second goal, and when we needed to step it up, he stepped it up. Innit? Like it was easy for Party. I told these man in the week, "Are you going to press Party or not?" They said no. I was like, okay, let Party have the whole midfield then, and that's what happened. So Party gets a 7. Declan Rice, he gets an 8. He was all over the place. They couldn't handle Declan today, fam. Like our defense and a couple of our midfielders were better than everyone. It's just our attack. Sack that attack from Declan Rice. He gets an 8, man. Yeah, he's a top draw player. He gets a lot of stick, but he's just a standard solid 7 or 8 every game. That's what you pay big money for to never drop your level. So and they couldn't handle Declan Rice, man. Like he's not even in his favorite position. So and he's crossing, bruv. He's corners and you just know he's got one of the better. I ain't seen a better crosser than that since James Ward-Prowse. To be real, I'll be real. Obviously, you got Trent and people like that, but Rice is gonna start pushing that. He's gonna start getting into that category soon. Odegaard, yeah, he's back to Odegaard today, man. Easy game. They gave him bare space. Like he should have been above. If we had like half good attackers, bruv, he would have created he would have had like 4 assists and bruv, he should have scored that chance though, man. Too much. Bruv, these man, they just wasted bare chances, man. So because of that alone, Odegaard can only get a 6, but he should really be at a 9. You know what I'm saying? He played at least a 7 or an 8. But because of so many missed chances and even his missed chances, he has to get a 6 or 6.5 maybe. Bruv, man, that was going mad during that game, bruv. Who was playing? Sterling. Sterling was all right. He wasn't even. I didn't think Sterling was that bad. I'll be real. I thought he was okay. He wasn't nothing major, but he wasn't nothing major, innit? Standard 6, man. But he wasn't nothing major. But when he was on the pitch, he's not clever, but he's got experience. He knows what to do. He knew he was coming up against Jed Spence, and Jed Spence wants this battle. So Sterling didn't give it to him. So Sterling was kind of getting into the game when he came off. So he gets a standard 6, like maybe even 6.5, give or take, but not getting a 7. Trossard was terrible, man. I know he scored the goal, but he was absolutely terrible. Even Sterling missed that chance as well that Miles Lewis Skelly put through to him as well, so he has to get a 6. Trossard was, if it weren't for the goal, and obviously it's now a winning goal, I would give him like a 3. Big man thing, I'll give Trossard like a 3 if it weren't for the goal, fam. Because he scored the goal, I have to give him a 7 because it's a match winning goal. But he was absolutely abysmal today. Oh my word. He's so lucky that man. In fact, he's getting a 6 because he's not getting a 7, he's getting a 6. Because he was terrible. Trossard was just missing passes. You know, like a lot of the time, it's not every time you get a major chance. Like it's the pass before the chance. So, you know, like if you had made that pass, we might potentially have created an easy chance, but he kept missing those last passes. Trossard, bruv. And Havertz was appalling today. Like he was in all the right positions. Like his body was always had the ball. He always did everything right apart from have the ball at his feet. He was, I don't know, maybe it's a little confidence thing because of what's been going on in the week and the Arsenal fan base getting on him. You know what I'm saying? But Havertz weren't good today. And if he was half as good as he normally is, because Havertz is that's normally his game. If he was half as good as he normally is, the amount of chances we would have created more. He would have scored like a hat trick today if he was in the normal Havertz. Like for real, he would have scored like a hat trick, but he weren't a normal Havertz today, man. So and yeah, he gets a 4 today, man. He weren't very good today. Yeah, very good. Who come on? Zinchenko. They just all the subs get standard sixes, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, at least we closed the gap on Liverpool, man, because I was starting to feel like people think we're out of the race. And now you look at the table, 4 points behind. They got Brentford away. We got Aston Villa at home. You're thinking, hold on a minute, this is might be becoming a race again. You know what I'm saying? So, like I've been saying anyway, but we just got to prove our point. You get me? So yeah, on to the next, man.